First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai and double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, who are teaching this truth in sincerity. And a shout out to the Akim that's also out here pushing this truth, with all sincerity, risking their lives to do so. And so here we are, another false flag over in the Middle East. And the reason I'm calling it a false flag is because you know that now that ISIS has been cleared out of Syria, there's no reason for the beast, the UN, NATO, America, to be in Syria. So they did this event because if they attack Iran, it's over. You know what the Bible prophecy says about that. So the best way they could do that is to shoot nuclear missiles underground, which is what caused the earthquake. But, because if they could cause level 5 hurricanes over here, don't you think that they could definitely do so to cause earthquakes over there? And you shall hear of wars, rumors of wars, famines and pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. Because how often do you hear about an earthquake in Iraq or Syria or Iran? No, it's the powers that be, the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the Amalekites that are doing this. So Russia and Syria have declared there's no reason for the United States to still be there. They never asked them to be there to begin with. But now the United States is coming out and saying, well, the UN said that we could be there. Well, the UN is the beast. So the beast pretty much said that they could be there. So, this beast, this war machine, war is peace, peace is war. They want to keep the wars going, And reason for all these false flag events, such as the church shooting and all that, is to distract you. Well, while they're also been spraying us with chemtrails, and, everything else, putting poison in our food, GMOs, almost everything's got GMOs in it, just everything's bad for you, and, so I had a lung infection, been fighting bronchitis, and so it hindered me a little bit, but yet I was still able to do stuff at home and put videos up, And like everything else, though, Esau doesn't want this word getting out, but there's nothing he can do to stop that. So what he's going to try to do is, divert the attention like he always does, with these other events. Eventually, what he wants to do is create enough of these false flag events of church shootings to make it look like it's us. We, the Hebrew Israelites, because we, of course, tear down Esau's stronghold, which has been Christianity. Christianity has been one of the main deceptions of Esau, the so-called white man. So I'm going to read out of Habakkuk and start in chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that leadeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. We're in that appointed time right now, where Esau, the so-called white man, is being exposed for all the evil that he is. But at the end it shall speak and will not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth a home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what Esau has done, that pretty much he is the United Nations, and pretty much whoever he sees fit, he will go after them and destroy them, like he's been doing in Syria. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, which is what's happening now? All these countries are saying, we want America out of there. We're tired of America. Will somebody stand up for us? Well, that's where Russia, Gog and Magog, come in. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that leadeth himself with the clay. Again, everything that Esau has is not his. It belongs to everyone else, and he just takes over that country and that place and that culture and claims that that place was always him, kind of like he did with Greece, with Gracia. He claims to be the Greeks, even though the real Greeks are the Samoans, and they were moved down over to the Hawaiian Islands, which you know as the Samoan Islands. That's where the original Greeks are. So Esau is claiming Greece as his, even though he is not Gracia. The same thing with Egypt, which is pretty much the Arabs, because the Arabs had a deal with Esau, and there is a separation between Esau and the Arabs. It's just like everything else, all the nations conspired together to come against Israel. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And those shall be booties unto them. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and the city, and all that dwell therein. That is when they come against Babylon the Great. That's what's known as the city in these scriptures. Babylon the Great, America, when they shall destroy this city. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. And this big part here is about America. All this is about America, but you know this to be true. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity. And that's what happened when they took down Gad, and they built these cities here in America, Babylon the Great. And of course, Gad is the Native Americans that were here before. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh as the waters cover the sea. And that's what's happening right now, as we're coming out of the woodworks. Our dead bodies are rising again, and we have knowledge of these scriptures. We were dead once to this faith, but now we're coming back into the fullness. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunk also, that they may look on their nakedness. And that's what we're doing by exposing Christianity. This horrible bottle of poison. Because Christianity has nothing to do with Bible prophecies. It is a lie because, for one, it's the image of Cesare Borgia, which is not the Messiah. It is their image. It is their graven image. Thou art filled with shart for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. For the violence of Lebanon, modern day Lebanon is the United States, shall cover thee, and spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood. For the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. People are now no longer afraid, but many people were afraid of America, Babylon the Great, because they don't want their country destroyed. You can just look at Iraq, Libya, Vietnam, Korea. They're afraid, but now none shall make them afraid, because now, America, Babylon the Great, is about to go down. What profit the graven image, which we know that as Cesare Borgia, that maketh thereof hath graven it, the molten image and teacher of lies, that maker of his work trusteth therein to make dumb idols. Like you have that idol statue of Cesare Borgia right there in Rio de Janeiro, on that mountain. Woe unto them that saith to the wood, awake to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath all in the midst of it. But the Lord is in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silence before him. And so, that's what's going on, that these graven images of Cesare Borgia, which has been the stronghold of Christianity, are now being torn down, you know. People see it for what it is, because we know that the Most High had hair white like wool and feet like unto fine brass as if burned through a furnace. None of these images of Cesare Borgia even match that. So we're coming into the knowledge of this truth, which are the fullness of these scriptures. That's what being baptized in the Holy Ghost is, receiving this knowledge, you know. So that's why we come out here and teach it, because there's a lot of people that already have this, that were born with this, but they just needed the right words to come out to bring it to their remembrance. Because there is a such thing as regeneration. We are the regeneration of the first fruits. We're going to be the first fruits, though that is those that are the elect. And hopefully we're part of the elect. So I hope this has been edifying, and like everything else, though, I'm going to try to keep coming out here, but, you know, if I don't keep getting poisoned with these chemtrails and all that, but doing everything I can to fight that. So hope this has been edifying, and shalom.